I was joking with somebody that their biggest free agent acquisition is Carlos Beltran. He's helping a lot. They're paying attention to details, and we have to clean our details.
Just when I thought the 2019-2020 offseason was getting hot, we have another massive story. Actually, two massive stories. First off, we just saw Alex Cora talking about Carlos Beltran and how he's helping the Yankees with the little wink. So we all know it's because they've both been linked to cheating. I'm wondering what's going to happen to Carlos Beltran, but we're going to talk about Cora, Beltran, and also CC Sabathia. He feels like he was cheated out of a World Series appearance back in 2017 and even 2018. So we have that to talk about. Josh Donaldson just signed a massive contract with the Minnesota Twins. So there's so much to talk about today. And also, I added something to my setup. Let me see. I added a green screen. So let's see what our first green screen of 2020 is going to be. I'm excited, come on. What is it gonna be? Oh, okay, that sucks. All right, just cut it. Alex Cora mutually parted ways with the Boston Red Sox. Now, I don't know if you can classify this as a fire because the Boston Red Sox, they knew that he was going to get either suspended or, in my opinion, I think that Alex Cora is going to get the Pete Rose and the Shoeless Joe Jackson treatment. I think Cora because he was the mastermind of what was happening in the Astros culture, and then also maybe even with the Boston Red Sox and their technology and their use, everything like that, because the Boston Red Sox got caught a couple days ago cheating. Same with the Astros. The Yankees were caught a couple years ago, but I do want to clarify, they stopped cheating. There are not going to be any sanctions against the Yankees because, again, they cheated, they were caught, and then they stopped cheating, unlike the Boston Red Sox and the Astros. So when you have Alex Cora linked to two cheating franchises, how can you trust them going forward? So I think it's inevitable. Just like Thanos said, it's inevitable. I am inevitable. Alex Cora, it's inevitable that I don't think he's ever going to be allowed in Major League Baseball again. And if, let's say that he doesn't get a lifetime ban from MLB itself or Robert Manfred, I think that he is going to get blackballed, similar to what happened to Colin Kaepernick. I think that he had the talent to be a starting quarterback for maybe the Dolphins or even a backup quarterback. But what was happening behind the scenes and his personal stance, that led him to get blackballed from the National Football League. I think that's exactly what's going to happen to Alex Cora. They're not going to be in the league, either of them, and I want you guys to let me know in the comment section down below, what should happen to Alex Cora? Again, he wasn't technically fired, although the Boston Red Sox, they had to do this in order to save face, because if they didn't, they would essentially be contributing to the cause that is allowing teams and coaches and players to get away with cheating. We can't do that, and honestly, I think the Astros got off light, and I don't even know why players are not going to be involved in the punishment. Why is Jose Altuve? Why does he get to keep his MVP award? I mean, even CC Sabathia. So we're going to go ahead and transition right now from Alex Cora being suspended and fired and everything like that. In my opinion, I think that he's going to get a banishment sent to Skull Island in Kong. I don't know where he's going, but anywhere aside. Actually, you know what? I found a clip of Alex Cora in 2020 outside of Fenway Park. Roll it. All jokes aside, I can't imagine being a Yankees fan or a Dodgers fan, because both of those teams were pretty much cheated out of a World Series appearance or a World Series ring, because in 2017, I believe the Yankees and Astros went 7 games, and that's where CC Sabathia comes into play. I'm going to go ahead and read some quotes because he is not happy. Also, Mark Teixeira agrees with CC. So those are two prominent, maybe even Hall of Fame players that used to play for the Yankees, coming out and saying the World Series, the 2017 World Series, is tainted and, in their opinion, should be vacated. What that means, it should be taken away, that it didn't exist. So again, guys, this is a quote directly from ESPN as well as CC Sabathia. He says, "It's weird, like it changes all the time. When I first heard it, I was upset, and then as investigations went on, I was like, well, we can't go back and play the games. But as more information started to come out, I'm like, well, we played a 7-game series in 2017, the American League Championship Series, and we really only lost on one kind of pitch." I cannot read, sorry if I read that out of sync. As everything's been coming out and the more facts that we get, it's getting frustrating, man, to sit here and know that late in my career, I could have had a title maybe 17 or 18, but we got cheated out of a team kind of doing something that's not within the rules. Sabathia, he retired this year in 2019. We all saw that he gave everything. His shoulder was giving out, everything that has to do with throwing a pitch. He just can't do it anymore, so he hung up the cleats, and I do feel bad for him. I feel bad for Dodgers fans. I feel bad for Yankees fans. The Yankees have done their best to combat injuries the last couple seasons, and they've made a run at it each time, and You can say all you want that the Dodgers deserve it or that the Yankees deserve it. Again, just like CC said, you can't go back and play the games, so you really don't know if that one pitch would have made a difference. Maybe the Yankees, maybe the momentum is able to swing because a home run is not hit because the hitter doesn't know that a pitch is coming. It's a really sticky situation, and between Alex Cora and being called out by Cody Bellinger, Trevor Bauer, CC Sabathia, Mark Teixeira, I don't know if there has been a bigger black eye on baseball aside from maybe the steroids era. What do you guys think was a bigger deal? Steroids, the fact that everyone was doing it, so everyone kind of had a level playing field. Barry Bonds was doing it, and Barry Bonds knew that Mark McGwire was doing it, and Mark McGwire knew that Sammy Sosa was doing it, so everyone could kind of get in the same grouping and be on the same playing field, whereas the Astros, they seemed to be the only team that stuck a camera in center field, and they were the only entity allowed to benefit from that camera in center field, okay? 1 out of 30 teams as opposed to Barry Bonds, Mark McGwire, all these other squads that had a couple different steroid users. It almost leveled out. So honestly, I have to say, I think this is worse than steroids. I mean, at least steroids made the game a little bit more fun. This is just ridiculous. This is barbaric. It goes against everything that baseball fans hold true. If you can steal a sign with the runner on second base, all the power to you, but sticking a camera in center field, CC's going to get you, Cody Bellinger's going to have issues, everyone in the baseball world, aside from the crazy biased Astros fans that seems like they don't think it's a big deal. It's a big deal, and this is going to be your legacy forever. The Astros are now the New England Patriots of Major League Baseball. That's the fact. That's it. All right, guys, so now that we have pretty much the entire story of the Astros behind us, I don't know if we're going to talk about it very much going forward because I think Alex Cora, whether he gets banned or suspended, I don't really care, to be honest with you. I'm actually curious to see who the Astros and the Red Sox are going to hire, whether it's a former player or whether it's someone from inside the organization already, and I just don't care. Cheaters get what they deserve, and just be gone. Okay, the Astros scandal, it's almost old at this point.
Popped up, might be playable. Donaldson. Oh, wow. What a catch to end the game.
So let's go to some more positive news. A great player is getting some great moolah. Josh Donaldson just signed a 4-year deal worth $92 million. And a couple weeks ago, Josh Donaldson actually bought a car for his mom. Watch it here. So the fact that he just got $92 million from the Minnesota Twins, we're going to talk about the impact that he is going to have on the AL Central. All I have to say is that's a lot more cars from Mama Donaldson. So congratulations to Josh. That's a lot of money, and it just makes me think, why did I not play baseball? Josh Donaldson going to the Minnesota Twins is pretty much the final move that they needed to make. They're going to have to hit 300-plus home runs again to combat what's happening in the AL Central. The White Sox have gotten better. In my opinion, honestly, the 2019 Indians didn't even use Corey Kluber, and then we got 2 players for him. So technically, we're going to be better. And also, we replaced Jason Kipnis with Cesar Hernandez. So actually, not too bad. The Indians with Clevenger, Bieber, Zach Plesac, Carlos Carrasco, Aaron Savali. I think they have a really solid rotation, and that is going to be so much fun to watch, to see that rotation go up against the Chicago White Sox. I'm excited to see the Minnesota Twins. They did lose Jonathan Scope and CJ Cron, but I think they would lose those 2 players every single day in order to sign Josh Donaldson. So you have that lineup versus the White Sox, who've added Yasmani Grandal. They have Eloy Jimenez. They have Yohan Moncada. They have so many players on that squad that they could push 250 to 300 home runs as well. And between the entire division, if Jose Ramirez does his thing, if Franmil Reyes hits 40 home runs, if Francisco Lindor doesn't, crap himself in the last month of the season, I don't mean to get too personal. I have his little bobblehead over here. But he was awful in September of 2019, so if he continues to just rake and rake and rake, there might be 1,000 home runs in one division of baseball, which is insane to say, but it's realistic. The Twins, they're here to stay. They are pushing for their 2nd consecutive American League Central title, as well as the White Sox, who did not make the playoffs once in the last decade. They want to win it. The Indians are trying to make a comeback as well because they choked last season, and that's kind of what we do as Indians fans. But Josh Donaldson, the guy was insane. 37 home runs, a 900 OPS. Everyone said that he was washed. Then the Indians traded for him. He had a 920 OPS in 16 games for the 2018 Indians before we got swept by, of course, the Astros. But they were banging on trash cans then too. But we're not going to beat them either. That team was stacked. The Indians, we weren't even close. That's a different story for a different day. But yeah, Josh Donaldson, 4 years to the Minnesota Twins. I am not excited for this. It's going to be a long 4 years. And the rain is coming. Even though I live in Vegas, it's going to be raining a lot with the bringer of rain on our rivals team. That sucks. We have a couple more little itty bitty signings that I just want to go over briefly just in case you guys missed them. Todd Frazier signed a 1-year deal with the Texas Rangers, so maybe that means they're out of the Nolan Arenado sweepstakes. They already lost out on Anthony Rendon, so in my opinion, they did sign a few starting pitchers. They have Jordan Lyles and I think Kyle Gibson. They traded for Corey Kluber, so they made up for it in the pitching department, but the fact that you got Todd Frazier instead of your hometown boy Anthony Rendon, that's tough. Alex Wood is going back to the LA Dodgers, so he goes from the Dodgers, gets traded to the Reds, and now he's going from the Reds back to the Dodgers on a 1-year deal. The last time that he was with them, the Dodgers fans and the fan base pretty much said, we don't want him anymore, please send him away. Thank goodness he is gone because he was bad the last time that he was in the postseason for his old squad, but now he's back, he's reunited. Let's see how he works out in 2020. And then last but not least, to kind of wrap up this video, I do want to bring up something real quick. So a couple days ago, there was the Academy Awards, and now what I want to do is I want you guys to let me know which was the best picture, like the best motion picture from 2019. Here are the candidates right now. I'm going to go ahead and play all of them. Thank you guys for watching today's MLB recap. If you like baseball, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, because we post this stuff every single day. I hope that you guys enjoy the setup. It is not done yet. I would say it's about 80% complete. I'm going to try and figure out how to get this setup done to where it's not reflecting off the light. And if you guys want to see any jerseys or moments from MLB history, let me know. And that's it. Enjoy these nominees for the picture of the year and let me know which one was the best of 2019. See you guys.
That's a high fastball. He gets every bit of it, throws the bat away.
And that's carried over to the ceremonial first pitch, which I can't decide whether that's the worst first pitch in baseball history or the best first pitch in baseball history.
That's hysterical.
3-2. Here it is! The Washington Nationals are world champions for the first time in franchise history.
Alonso takes high ball 4 and the Mets win it. A bases loaded walk in the bottom of the 9th. Lagares comes in with the winning run and the Mets yank it out 5-4 in the opening game of the series. And this time